Podtacular, the unofficial Halo Universe podcast, presents episode 732, Teammate Joined, recorded live on April 30th, 2020. Hello everyone, welcome to Podtacular, the unofficial Halo Universe podcast. I'm your host, Duststorm.
I'm your co-host, Godzilla T.
I'm just a grunt named DJ.
AKA our newest co-host to the podcast.
Hi everybody, I'm DJBluePDX and my watch is for some reason making noises. There we go. Hi! What's going on?
Hi! Welcome aboard, DJ.
Thanks, man. It's been, I'm excited. I think this will be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It's been quite a month trying to kind of get things figured out when you would come on and keeping this a secret from people, and I think it's going to be quite a ride, especially since, we're still chomping at the bit for more Infinite news, but, you know.
It's coming.
As of tomorrow, June's only 1 month away. So,
right, there we go.
So,
I'm open for a May sneak peek.
I'm hoping so. I'm really hoping so. That'd be so nice. But yes, we have DJ Blue PDX joining us as a co-host now on the podcast. So we are no longer a podcast of two. We are a podcast of three, which will make things interesting in the editing floor. And hopefully we'll have some good banter because as probably most people know, DJ has a very humorous personality, but also a very good kindred heart and is a very proactive member of the Halo community, so we are happy and grateful to have you on, DJ. Thank you for reaching out to us and taking the opportunity to join us here on Thursday nights.
You're welcome. I enjoy representing those people who also have no hair, so.
Hey, we're adding a little more variety. I mean, we're still three white dudes, but...
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, now that you brought that up, I feel completely...
I got the laugh of shame from the wife in the background. Anyways, so you've actually been on the podcast before a couple of times. We'll do a slight reintroduction for you in case people might not know who you are or know your flock of chickens or your pirate voice or your comedic crew of misfits,
yes.
All that. Yeah. So just so for people at home, give us a little bit of background of who you are and what you do.
So I'm one of the stream team leads here with Mixer Comedy Crew on Mixer. I've been a Mixer partner for coming up on 3 years, been streaming for 6. I started out with the Halo community through Griffball Hub. I was actually one of the shoutcasters for Griffball Hub and basically helped run their Twitch account for years and years, and then decided to go solo. It's my most recent endeavors into the Halo world, aside from just being a competitive griffballer, was the event programming manager for all of Halo Outpost Discovery. I toured with the company. We teamed up with Hershon Family Entertainment, who I worked for with the Globetrotters. I teamed up with 343 last year, and we made the world's very first North American tour with Halo Outpost Discovery, bringing an opportunity for fans to collect all throughout the country and experience Halo in a new and informative way. Right now, it's currently on break, and quite frankly, I'm glad that was the decision that was made, given everything happening in the world, because it would have been a real waste of time and resources if we'd have tried to pull it off this year. That'd have been a big old bag of nope.
Yeah.
So, there we go.
Needless to say, yeah, given the current state of things, it probably wouldn't have happened even if it was scheduled. So
things worked out perfect.
Yeah. Giving a little breathing room might be good, especially after, for people that went to Outpost Discovery and got a chance to interact with DJ, you probably saw the bright, happy side of DJ. In the background, there was a little panic and mayhem, but I think how well Outpost kind of turned out is a testament on just how together you actually did have it, even though on the inside you felt like you didn't have it together.
I was I think what people will mostly remember is me running like a madman back and forth constantly, just fixing things in the background that needed to be addressed, or making sure that the right things were in the right places at the right time for the right reasons. And yeah, I think, and like we said, I think the most steps I clocked in one day was 40,000 steps on Saturday at the Philadelphia event. 40,000. That's basically I walked 20 miles in a day.
And that wasn't the best event.
But
Philly
wasn't the best event, or
in my opinion, Philly was probably the roughest one out of all the ones that I was at.
I think they all. I feel as though, in my opinion, I think we did an incredible job of taking a step back and really looking at, because what we had done on paper looked really, really well set. But then, yes, I could walk 500 miles, and I'll walk 500 more.
Yep, that's right.
I think that compared to Orlando, when we rolled into Orlando, what we had on paper seemed like an incredible idea, and then as we adjusted through, we realized there were things that needed to be redesigned and or just kind of readjusted, so to speak. And I think we did a complete 180-degree turn and managed to overcome a lot of different obstacles and took advantage of a lot of opportunities for improvement going into Philly. And I think Philly was a good chance to really experience what needed to be worked on from the logistics side of things. And we just kind of continued to work our way through things.
Yeah. Yes, you did. And it was, you guys did a really good job with it. So it was a wonderful summer, and I hope it comes around again.
Me too.
I really do. All right, let's go ahead and jump on into our normal schedule of things. We've got our Podtacular community update, starting with Fraggin' Friday from this past Friday, which we hopped into some Halo 5. And how'd that go, GT?
It went really well. We had a lot of fun. We spent the night in firefight, actually. Cranking out some XP for the clan.
Yes. That Podtacular company. Shout out.
Yeah. We tried regular Warzone. No.
Yeah, not a lot of people like hitting the Warzone too often. Especially if you don't have the full squad to go in with.
Yeah. The only way to survive Warzone is with a full squad.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we actually did have a full squad, and we still got spanked. Anyway.
Was that the one game that I came in on with Warzone?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we actually split the lobbies between two different hosts. Dust took some people, I took some people, and we just pretty much grinded out Warzone Firefight all night.
Yep, we didn't match each other.
Which was kind of weird. But
I know, I was kind of thinking that too. Although
I guess there was a lot of people in there playing Firefight.
I don't think we searched at the same time either. I think because I took a lobby,
I don't think
you took a break, and we searched, and then you searched. So I think we were just kind of mistiming on the searching.
Well, I mean, it's Warzone Firefight, so there was only room for 8 people, so our lobby, both lobbies were too big to be in one game.
Right.
Because we each had over 4.
Well, and even for a full lobby, we had almost 14, 15 people on Friday?
Yeah, by the end of the night we did. I think we had 2 full firefight lobbies. Firefight.
Okay.
Or 1 full one almost full one. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm happy for everybody that showed up. Be sure to tune into our Discord tomorrow to vote on what you want to play.
Now, make sure I don't post it 2 hours before it happens like I did last week. Oops.
Yeah, you might want to post that a little earlier.
Oops.
But anyway, everybody still had a good time.
Yeah.
We don't have the flight this week, so sad things.
Yeah, sad panda.
That will not be an option. Yeah. Cool. Yep. Check out the Discord tomorrow. I'll have the poll. I'll make sure it's not 2 hours beforehand. And we'll have the options of Halo 5 on Xbox, MCC on Xbox, or MCC on PC.
Nice.
And we are not opposed to running separate lobbies for PC and Xbox. So.
Yes, we have done split lobbies in case there is a tie or close to a tie in the vote. So if there is something like that, then we will do a split lobby. GT will take half, and I'll take half.
And I'll just speedrun campaign.
There you go. For the Sunday stream, the Achieving Halo stream, finally got my last achievement in Halo Wars 2.
Oh,
Cool.
how did that go?
Well, here's the thing.
Go on.
So the achievement was doing Legendary All Skulls on solo on the mission, on any original campaign mission except the Signal, which is the first kind of cutscene-ish one. I turned on all the scoring skulls, had to turn on the non-scoring skulls as well. So,
Oh no.
I slugged through about 40 minutes of Bobby watching with about a 30-second delay on Twitch and kind of walking me through the strategy. So I was getting the strategy and everything. And then I get to the end, I'm waiting for achievement pop, and we go read the achievement again. It says all skulls. So it's like, okay, it must have been the non-scoring skulls. And we did a quick Google search, and for sure, non-scoring skulls had to be turned on as well.
Oh.
So I got to do it all over again.
Oh no. Well, that must have taken a little bit of time.
It was quicker the second time around. It didn't take me
Well,
as
the
long.
non-scoring skulls give you some buffs too. So,
One of them does. I think one of the other ones is just kind of, or the two other ones are just kind of comedic effect.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was kind of one of those facepalm moments, head desk moments, to what Pins was alluding to a little earlier. Yeah. Oh, Bobby was saying 33 minutes the first time and 31 minutes the second time. I thought it was faster than that, but well. In the meantime, while Bobby was giving me guidelines and hints on what to do, he was actually working on reaching max rank, which we did after I did the 100% on achievements. We did 2 more games and got him max rank. So we kind of did
Cool.
2 things in one night. I got all achievements and he max ranked in Halo Wars 2.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, it was a good night. And now I have to figure out when I'm going to be streaming this coming Sunday, whether it's going to be hopping into MCC and getting a couple more of those I don't have, or I still need the Spartan Assault and Spartan Strike achievements, so maybe doing those. Still trying to figure that out. Stay tuned to Twitter. You'll see it there. And then also, on the streaming front as well, my wife and I will be starting our Halo 2 campaign stream with her. We're going to be restarting it. We played through, I believe, Outskirts, and then we stopped. I don't remember why we stopped, but we are going to restart the campaign. We did actually do some multiplayer just to kind of get her used to controls again. She actually picked them up really quick, so we'll start with Cairo Station on Sunday around 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern Time, which will be 2-3 p.m. Pacific Time.
Cool.
And that'll be over on my personal channels. So Duststorm on Twitch and Mixer.
There you go.
Yeah. On the articles side of things, we do not have a streamer showcase for this week. There are some hectic things happening for me this weekend, so I didn't have time to write that up. But we just happen to have a streamer in here who frequently does Halo, so there might be a pretty close to home spotlight happening this weekend.
Uh-oh.
Maybe. And then Machinima Monday for this week is Outpost Coagulation. It's also one of those kind of throwback machinimas for kind of the mid-Halo era, the 2008, 2009, 2010 era Halo machinima. It's been a long time since I've actually watched it. But it's an interesting take on kind of red versus blue. It kind of has some of that humor in there and mixed with some of their own original ideas and stuff. So it's a good watch. So you can find that out over on the blog side of things over at podtacular.com. Update on our Spartan company. We are getting really, really close to completing our next commendation. We have tipped over the 19,000 mark for killing an opponent that shot you first. So we have 382 of those to go. So
Wow.
Pretty close. Pretty close. And then assassinations on enemy Spartans, we are 310 away from that one.
Awesome.
So 2 close ones to come.
Yeah.
And the last
And,
2 are the same.
Lawnmower is not too far behind that either.
No, it's not. It's actually, it used to be ahead of Assassinations, and Assassinations took over. But yeah, we have 385 vehicle splatters left on that one.
We need Castle Wars again.
Yes, we do. And then the last two are always the last two, and will always continue to be the last two until we hopefully eventually get this helmet. Maybe.
Are you still going for the Achilles?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody wants that Achilles helmet, man.
Trying to get the helmet. We are 20 out of 31. Hopefully within the next 2 months, it'll be 23 out of 31.
Nice.
And yeah, the last two are Killing Marines and Shoulder Bashes. Yes, Confal, dang Marines. Ay. And no tales from the Foxhole, from the community Discord. But we do have, I did want to kind of shout out someone who's been in the server and posting some updates to some builds that they've been doing. I don't know, GT, have you seen some of the weapon and armor stuff? He's changed his name recently. He used to be UNSC something, and he recently changed his display name. Trying to find what his new name is now. Dude with a plasma rifle is his new display name in Discord. So he's been making a life-size version of the carbine.
Covenant carbine.
Yes, the Covenant carbine. Yeah, I guess I should clarify that. And I think it looks like it's about almost 3 feet tall when you stand it upright.
Yeah, it's definitely not short.
Yeah, maybe a little more than 3 feet tall. So, yeah, Sarah Dumman, if you want to come over and join our company and do assassinations, you're more than welcome to. We've got room.
Yeah.
Podtacular.com/company. I use the heck out of those vanity URLs.
There you go.
Makes things so much easier. All right. Let's go ahead and jump on over to our matchmaking updates. GT, what do we got for the Halo 5 and MCC calendars?
Well, for Halo 5, for this weekend, we've got Halo CE Anniversary rolling in for Rock and Rail. And Dust's favorite, Warzone Turbo, goes live.
There we go.
And
it's Turbo time!
And Sad Face, Double XP is gone.
Yeah.
It's sad. Anyway, for the Master Chief Collection, looks like Precision Slayer is available in FFA. Auto Slayer is also available in FFA. For Halo Reach, looking at 4v4 map weighting has been updated. The ranked matchmaking
widened
at higher levels for Halo Reach Hardcore and Halo Reach Invasion. Rotational changes for Halo Reach CE Anniversary rotates out, and the Global XP event has now ended. Future updates, they will be retiring Halo Reach Team Slayer playlist. All offerings that are present in the playlist will continue to be available in the Precision Slayer category within Social Maximum.
Alrighty.
Cool. And then next week, or the week after, we have DJ's favorite game mode, Griff Ball.
Yes. Griff Ball. Griff Ball returns on the 6th of May.
Yep. And then the week after in Halo 5.
Yep.
2 weeks of Griff Ball.
One with the controller and one with keyboard and mouse. I can tell you which one I'll be playing.
All right, on the MCC development side of things, we had a little flight update. Granted, this is a little old because this was posted on the 24th. We are a day behind, unfortunately, on these updates from Postums on the forums. But this was an update to actually a build patch that they issued out in the middle of the flight because people actually reported some issues, and they actually went in and got it fixed pretty quickly. So again, if you are a part of these flights, it is imperative that if you find something, that you go report it. And the proper place to report them is on the insider support side. It's not on Twitter. It's not on the forums.
Right. Please refrain from bringing your issues to Twitter. It is not the proper forum.
Exactly.
Twitter fight! Oh.
Right. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So, but I pulled out some of the kind of more I think ones that people were talking about the most. So the what I have in the show notes isn't the full list, but the ones I thought were kind of noteworthy. They've taken a first pass at the behavior for crouching while moving in Halo 2. So people remember kind of the community speaking out about not being able to crouch while you're moving, which is something that's anticipated or expected for PC titles that was not done for Reach. So they were looking at that in Halo 2. Muzzle
But I thought
flashes.
they wanted the classic Halo.
There is kind of something to be said about that. Could you crouch while you were moving in Halo 2 Vista? There you go. It's not classic anymore.
Great, it's evolved.
There you go. There you go. Muzzle flashes appear appropriately when swapping from anniversary graphics to classic.
Mm-hmm.
I can see where that could be distracting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although that would make for some interesting custom games.
Well, day one run through just in campaign was interesting. Just some of the things we experienced and discovered.
Yeah, you missing a loading zone?
Yep.
Completely missing a loading zone?
Yep, we're like, well, I guess we're not doing anything because nobody's here.
That's why speedrunners tested those loading zones, because there's like certain ones you have to hit. And like apparently DJ missed a crucial one because you went through, I think, more than half of the mission.
Oh, yeah. And I'm like, and I kept thinking, I'm like, God, I remember there being so many more people here. I know this. I've played this. I've speedrun this like many times, but I apparently stepped just outside of it and it just nothing loaded and we just wandered on down. I'm like, hey, what is going on? And then we get up and I'm thinking, and the, what is it called?
The gondola button?
No, but there was a gondola button, but then there was the one where we ended up all the way through where you've got to jump onto the big crab machine with the giant gun.
Oh, the Sentinel?
The Scarab. Wow.
Oh, sorry, the Scarab, yeah.
He just had a stroke. Neat. And I call myself a Halo player. So, yeah, no, the Scarab rolled in, walked around, and then just disappeared. I'm like, okay, we haven't run into any enemies. None of our people are here. It's literally just me in here. What is happening? And I couldn't get the doors to open. And so I realized, well, I think I've broken the game and I have to go back. So
DJ was trying to speedrun without trying to speedrun.
Yep. But on the upside, I got a lot of good opportunity in H2A campaign with Chief Canuck. We went and literally beat the crap out of that map like crazy, trying to find various different ways to exceed its limitations, and it was very solid. So, but the upside is all the little tricks of getting out of the map or getting above the buildings all still work. And with the new graphics, especially on PC, it was breathtaking. Rocked the entire thing at 144 FPS the whole time. It looked beautiful at 1440p.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I don't have a 4K monitor that does it does 60. It doesn't do 144, but I'll take 60 at 4K. It works for me. Next thing's crash before reaching the last area in Delta Halo.
Mm-hmm. Yep, experienced that one. That was fun. Blue screen. Not even like a game crashed. Like just straight up blue screen.
I don't think I was there for that part of your stream.
Like, okay, well, that happened.
Yep. Halo 2 Anniversary bomb icon is too large in multiplayer. I heard a lot of people talking about that one.
Oh, yeah. That thing, I saw that and I'm like, what did they do?
It was huge, dude. It was.
I mean, it's like,
yeah,
it's bigger than the Spartan's head.
Yep.
I only had a chance to do campaign, and I only did it for a little bit, so I didn't get to do any of the multiplayer stuff. But the one thing that I found was during cutscenes, when you switch between Anniversary and Classic, the music coming back into it is super delayed.
Yeah.
And I compared it to Xbox, and it's like, okay, switch it, it's back within half a second. And on the build, it's like, okay, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there's the music again. So I contributed and issued my one bug report to the flight.
There we go.
Next one, dual wielding key binding was displayed as change weapon and dual wield, which can kind of make some sense with how it's mapped from a controller perspective, but yeah. Melee and fire secondary could be mapped to the same key binding. That was something that I think they said was part of the release notes, and they had fixed it in this patch, which was good. Some button layouts had missing or incorrect actions displayed. restarting and skipping cutscenes can cause Covenant character models to become disconfigured in Halo 2 Anniversary graphics. We actually mentioned that last week, and looks like they fixed it in the build, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Ending custom games early can cause an error and a loss of access to multiplayer. And then with crosshair positions set to centered when using binoculars, the reticle moves to lowered. Doc Chaos, thank you for the follow over on Mixer.
What up, Doc?
Welcome over to this little corner of the Halo community. And then Postums has a little blurb at the bottom after kind of posting all the different bugs. And he's mentioned that because of the situation with working from home, a lot of his updates recently have been shorter. Some people have mentioned that they don't like necessarily going through all the long updates, but he will be making them longer as soon, or for some of the upcoming ones, as they're still kind of balancing out lives at home.
Yeah. Well, hopefully here for too much longer, that can start to be not the normal thing.
It'd be nice. That'd be nice. Just saying, world. I mean, 2020 is off to a great start. Australian fires, World War III, coronavirus. Ugh. Thankfully, nothing new in April. There's
Except for
nothing
the fact that until you look up at the moon and realize
We
it's
got
the Death
today. we still have what, 4 hours left, so hang on there.
Why do you do this? All right, we have an MCC development update posted by Postums today, being the last day of the month. And in this update, we get a little look at the lives from home for the MCC update team. It turns out Postums lives on the farm and has 3 goats named Ogre 1, Ogre 2, and Walshy.
Oh, wow.
Gee, I wonder where you got those names. Those are kind of odd goat names.
I'm half curious if those are just placeholder names that he decided to put there, or if he actually named them Ogre 1, Ogre 2, and Walshy.
I would not be surprised if he actually named them that.
He probably did. More than likely.
And then he has a chicken called Henrietta, who apparently lays tiny eggs. And he talks about not having to drive 1 to 3 hours to work every day for 40 miles on Seattle traffic, which is, I can imagine, is a pain in the butt.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a son, Owen, in cowboy boots. So adorable. And yeah, he mentions that his work life balance is a lot better because he's not having to spend as much time driving to and from work, and it's a lot more kind of easier on things. He's able to work out, able to eat more healthy, and all that stuff.
And he gets to work right next to the litter box.
The big litter box that is just farm. Are you serious, Doc Chaos? Did you have one, or are you just pulling a joke?
You had a chicken named
joke.
Marco Polo?
It's a good joke if it is, but like that wouldn't be necessarily a bad name for a chicken.
Would not surprise me either.
Yeah.
We had chickens that turned into soup.
Wow.
Moving on. Next one we have is Noah Velociraptors, which is an awesome handle, by the way. Noah Benish. Interesting last name, too. His home setup is he took his home computer or work computer to home, and he has a foldable table in his garage with his monitor setup. And he did that so basically once he goes into the house, he is at home and separate from work, which is actually an interesting idea.
Yeah. Well, I've seen a lot of people do that actually regularly work from home. They will set aside a specific part of their home, and that's work.
Mm-hmm.
They don't enter that room unless they're at work.
Yeah.
Which I can understand that.
So kudos to you. And he gets to sit by a beautiful car, too. And the kitty litter box. And apparently he has cats that scream at him from inside the house. And he said that he doesn't let them in the garage because if he did, then they would try to sit on the keyboard, which every cat basically is like keyboards are home to sit.
That's why I do not have cats. Dogs
Honestly, my cat's kind of figured out just leave me the hell alone. He hasn't wandered across my desk in a long time.
Thankfully, our cat does not do that either. She doesn't mess with any cables. She doesn't sit sit on.
He tries to eat the cables. I had to put a fence up around the cables so he wouldn't eat them.
Yeah. Thankfully, we got a cat that doesn't chew on that kind of stuff, which is nice.
I'm waiting for him to get a fan cord in his mouth or something. And then we're going to change his name to Sparky.
If he survives.
Or Chicken Fried.
Oh, the chicken puns. Which, DJ, do you care to share? There you go.
That's all I have to say about that.
The herd of chickens. How many of those do you have?
In this house right now, I have, I want to say 23. People keep sending them to me. They're a stream team mascot for the Mixer Comedy Crew, and they all have names. I regularly travel with them. People always want to see them, take pictures with them. They have their own Twitter accounts. Yeah, it's kind of gotten out of hand. Their Twitter, here's what's really funny. Our Twitter for the Mixer Comedy Crew chickens, it's themselves, has 1,400 followers worldwide. Like,
that's pretty good.
1,400 followers worldwide for a bunch of chickens. So there we go. Yeah.
There you go.
Wait, can he stick his head outside the...
Oh, is he outside the frame? Oh, yeah. I thought I cropped that. I guess I didn't do a good job with that. He's breaking the third wall or the fourth wall. He's peeking. Oh, gosh.
Oh, God.
All right. Next one is Melinda Reeb, Wild Mischief Data Guru. Has a nice little setup at home with 3 monitors and nice, cute puppy. No name given for the puppy. No challenges necessarily working from home there, but work-life balance has been pretty good. It's helped her kind of be able to spend more time with her family and improve the relationship there, which is probably a nice silver lining for like big families that have kids at home, is being able to spend time there. Although I could see kids maybe driving some parents nuts, especially those that have to teach their kids. So you win some, you lose some, I guess. And then we have IK Grub, QA lead for MCC, and got some really snazzy hardware. Has a picture of his internals with a really wicked setup. An AMD Ryzen 5 CPU, an RX 5700, 5 hard drives, including 2 NVMEs, 2 SSDs, and 1 hard drive.
Needs work on his cable management. I'm not saying mine looks any better, but at least I don't take the sight off of it and show everybody.
And then for him, he has an 11-year-old girl he's having to teach the rest of her 5th grade. And apparently they just moved, so they have a lot on their hands.
Yep.
All right, down to the actual design part of this update. So they mentioned in here a little bit of the challenge system. So some people will notice that you got little challenge pop-ups for doing campaign or multiplayer and not being able to see what the challenges are. Their list of challenges is because it was a really early implementation of it, and it was useful for them to kind of get some data on it. So there'll be obviously the full implementation of it when Halo 2 comes out to PC. There's Forge and PC file share improvements that they're still working on the PC side, and eventually they want to make it to where the Forge and PC file shares are one. That way, if you make a file on Xbox, it just goes straight over to PC, and those file shares are merged under one account, which will be nice.
Now they can just make your library larger.
Yeah, the 50 limit still sucks.
I mean, this is all well and good, and I appreciate it. I would like to be able to save the maps that I find.
We need more space, 343. Come on already. Key bindings, they are still working on improved functionality, which we saw some of the bug listings in the bug fix from the update they did during the flight, and then some of the other things they've mentioned. And then secondary key binding, which I am so waiting for. That'll be so nice. And then another interesting little feature is the ability to toggle weapon and view model offsets. which this is interesting. So, like for meleeing and pistols and rifles, there are separate offsets that you can set for where the gun is on your screen, which is interesting.
Might actually have to play around with that.
Yeah, this was kind of a sneak in that they put in here because I don't think they've mentioned this before. And they have a comparison. So with centered crosshairs on an ultra wide monitor, they have it what it would look like normally, and then with the option to actually lower the weapon, it actually looks like in a way the weapon's being tilted up a little bit. So they're actually doing some dynamic stuff in there, which is kind of cool. I think a lot of people will be very happy to use that because then you don't get as much of the screen blocked by a weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it gives it a little bit more of the console look too. It doesn't look like you've got a stretched gun out there.
Right, while having the centered crosshair.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's pretty much it for the Halo 2 side of things. Post-ups does list some of the reaction stuff on there. So Green Skull did a video, which we talked about a little bit last week. And then Mint Blintz had a little video that he did of sniping the newbies in the fight. That's a great welcome, Matt. Just ripping heads off of people as they come into games.
I was guilty.
I didn't play multiplayer, so I didn't get a chance to do that.
I did. I played some multiplayer, and they weren't picking up the sniper, so I did.
Well, if no one else is taking it, you might as well, right?
After I got the sniper twice, they started picking up the sniper.
They started taking the hints, right?
They're like, we don't want him to have that no more.
Yeah. Oh, geez. All right, there are some top community reported issues that they're still tracking. Some of them are still the same as far as like VSync and screen tearing, double key bindings, input delay and stutter and all that kind of stuff. They actually have idle stops matchmaking listed as an issue, finally.
Good.
So it's not like 30 seconds when you're actually
right
have to wiggle your sticks.
Yeah.
And then view models for the Unity engine side of things, they're still working on that stuff. But most of the other stuff in the top community report issues is pretty much the same as it has been for the past few months. Some stuff that's actively in development, the progression system and challenges, part of that was flighted, or at least a piece of it was flighted. View model adjustments, again, that's with the gun lowered or melee animations, heavies, and that kind of stuff in different position where you want it. There's some stuff that's currently in iteration, some additional mod support, some additional video settings, and there's also, I think this one's pretty new too, Steam account linking with your Xbox Live account. I think that one's pretty new. And then the things on the backlog, I don't think there's anything new in this list than what's been on there before. For the community update, we have a Twitter update from Unicheck today instead of the normal article one. I think it's actually been that way for the past 3 or 4 of them.
Yep.
Once that Infinite news starts coming, though, there's going to be some big updates. Can make this podcast a whole lot busier.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So on the Twitter side of things, today is the last day to get your Relief and Recovery Rec Pack, which supports Global Giving's Coronavirus Relief Fund, which, for those listening to the download of this show, it will have come and gone. So if you're listening to us live and haven't gotten it yet, consider getting one. It's $10. I'm not sure how much of that specifically goes to Global Giving. I'm guessing most of it, because those rec packs are pretty much like, they don't really cost anything for 343 to make. So I'm guessing the whole thing goes to Global Giving.
Yeah.
Would be my guess.
I would assume so.
The HCS Pro team is working on locking down tournaments for pro and amateur players alike. They'll be sharing more details when it's ready, which they've been saying that for the past 2 months. So, yeah. It's been a while since they've released some HD concept art because a lot of stuff's been on Twitter. So we have a new one, which is based on Battle of Noctis, which is one of the Warzone DLC maps. There's a 4K version, a horizontal 16:9 version, a Facebook version, and a Twitter version for you to go check out.
Awesome.
Yeah. On the social stream, it's not a social stream for the time being. It is a community play date. Those happen on Tuesdays now around 1 p.m. Pacific time. You can go on over to Unishek's channel on Mixer. It's mixer.com/Unishek, Unyshek.
Yep.
And they play for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. They've been doing Halo 5 for the past couple of weeks, doing Big Team Super Fiesta. So if you want your chance at an Ice Unicorn skin in Halo 5 and an Ice Unicorn skin or nameplate in MCC, then that is the place to get them. We have a couple of social posts. GT, you want to take those?
The Fiction Friday?
Yep.
Let's see. Fiction Friday. Home to Earth's first space elevator, New Mombasa was once a sprawling metropolis. Sadly, most of the city was destroyed by the Covenant during their assault on Earth in 2552. Looks like the audio team for 343 has been up to no good again.
As always.
Check them out on Instagram to see their latest posts. We've got capturing audio of a few ricochets.
It's an interesting one.
I wonder what they're going to do with that.
Basically getting shot at with bullets whizzing over their heads.
Yeah, yay. That's exactly where I want to be.
They sound really cool if you have a chance to go check it out.
Yeah, until they're whizzing over your head.
Well, yes. But, I mean, they're cool sounds. I'm excited to see how they're going to be used in game. That's all I'm saying. On the product side of things, remember those giant mouse pads? The giant Reach and Halo CE ones? CEA ones? Now there's one for Halo 2.
Nice.
Yeah. And I actually found that out the other day because I went to go buy the CE one because I hadn't bought it yet. And it recommended, or said, people that frequently buy this mouse pad buy this one too. And it's like, oh, there's the Halo 2 one out there. I'll go ahead and get that one as well. So you can find that over at gear.xbox.com/Halo.
You know, if it was about double the width where I could set the keyboard on it too, I would probably buy them.
Yeah, that would be nice. Hey, Young Sweezy, haven't seen you in a while.
But
Thank
it
you.
seems like every time I get a mouse pad, it's always too small.
I have 3 giant mouse pads. I have my Mixer partner pad, and then I have 2 that were provided by the games company. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm like, I need one about the size of my desk, and then that might be big enough.
I would like to see a wide form Halo one.
I would too.
That's official. I know there's all the custom printed ones out there, but I would love to see an official Halo licensed wide mouse pad.
right. What's up,
That'd be
Eric?
nice.
How are you?
Eric Boo, yes, you're late. No, it doesn't start at 9:30. It starts at
Per
8:30.
usual.
Every week. It starts at 8:30. Every week. We even put in the tweet today saying it was 8:30.
8:30 Eastern time.
Ish.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Although I've been doing a better job at being on time, but yeah, there are days where it's a little crazy. Anyways, on over to the community highlights. Not a lot this week. We have 2 new articles from playgriffball.com. First one is the return of 10 questions. So this is being done by some of the staff over at the Play Griffball side of things. And they had a series of 10 questions that they would ask some of the players for interviews. So they have a list of 10 questions for people to answer. And I'm guessing they'll probably read those on stream or do some kind of post update on it at a later date. Unless you know anything more about it, GT. Or, sorry, not GT.
No,
DJ.
I don't.
Nope,
DJ.
not a clue.
Okay.
I'm a captain for a team there, and I shoutcast games. That's pretty much the extent of my involvement.
Okay. And then for Summer League 2020, the Halo Reach PC playoffs have begun.
Yes, they have.
Yep.
My team just got pushed out of the playoff series.
Oh, no.
No, it was beautiful, too. It was beautiful. It was
That
great.
sucks.
Best 2 out of 3, and unfortunately, the Respawn All-Stars lost to Free Ship. So Free Ship moved on to the finals, and my team gets to take the rest of the season off.
I love Griffball team names. I always have since like the Halo 3 Griffball days. They're just so good.
My team is always yeah. There are some team names that you're like, wait, what? My team is always named the Respawn All Stars. I've owned that team name for a while, but yeah, there are some others that are.
My alma mater is What the Griff.
Yes, we got beat last season. We got beat by a team called Griffballs Deep.
That's good.
Yep. So.
I'm gonna have to go back and pull out some of those old names because there's a lot of good old names.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good like there's legitimate strategy and
Ways and
bad
Means
intentions.
Committee. Yep. Ways and Means Committee.
Yep.
So,
lots of different unique and creative names.
Yes, that's a good way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of play on words. Some intelligent, some questionable.
Exactly. On the community content side of the house, we've got quite a few updates here. HCS Pro Talk has their 124th episode out titled Community Tournaments Everywhere, which there are quite a few in the month of May. There's quite a few coming up. Podcast Evolved has 5 new ones. Their latest episode of Building with Blocks. They have a new series called Road to Infinite. Their first video called Covenant Remains. They have another Build with Blocks that came out this week, which is a first look at the Halo Infinite Mega, or I guess a first look at one of the sets. They don't say which set specifically. Mission Debrief number 95, which is the mission Escape on Halo Wars. And then a podcast on the book Halo First Strike. On the Finish the Fight podcast side of the house, we have episode number 30 for the book Primordium. Continuing on the Forerunner trilogy there. Sacred Icon Halo has another Oddball, which is kind of one of their side podcasts that they do. This is their top 50 games of all time. On the Halo Outreach podcast, they have episode number 36, which is titled Halo 2 Anniversary Flight Impressions. Give them their feedback on the flight side of things. And then we have our YouTubers for the week. The top highlights here are Hidden Xperia, the tragic tale of the heretic leader and his faction. Very interesting read. Or not read, watch.
Yeah.
It goes into how the heretic that you play in Halo 2 went from kind of the side mission that they were told to go do during the events of Halo 1, and how he found out what Halo's true purpose was, and kind of leading into how we see him in Halo 2. It's a good watch. It's a long watch, but it's a good watch. Next one is from Installation 00. Arbiter should have been in Halo 4. It's a pretty interesting one, with noting that the Forward Unto Dawn was actually, the way that it was cut, the way that you see it come out on Earth, back through the portal at Voy, and what you see in the opening cutscene of Halo 4, is that the Arbiter was on the bridge, but the ship was cut before the bridge. So the Mac cannon part of the ship actually made it back to Earth, but the bridge did not. So technically, the Arbiter should have been with Chief in Halo 4, by just how it was displayed in the cutscenes. It's an interesting watch.
I feel like that's an exceptionally blatant plot hole that most likely has been answered somewhere. But yeah, I'm always intrigued by how much attention people give to go back and just hack and slash at everything they can because they're bored.
Well, I mean, that's the main reason, right? We don't have any Infinite news, so they go do something else. But he does do like a full analysis of like, okay, like when they were escaping, obviously Arbiter went off and got to the bridge, and he looked at where it was cut in the cutscene in Halo 3 and the cutscene in Halo 4. So it's an interesting watch, and he has some theories on like, okay, why did the Arbiter not make it there? And it's something that I have never heard about, and this definitely poses some questions.
The Arbiter, well, that's it. Yeah, the Arbiter is at the end of the cutscene in H3. So like, I don't know. Clearly, that's a lot. It's a lot of research, a lot of opinions about this one.
Yeah, it's definitely nitpicking at the fact of like where the cutscene showed the Arbiter in the bridge of Forward Unto Dawn. The bridge didn't make it back to Earth. The bridge went with Chief. it's an interesting watch. I think it's definitely worth checking out. Next one is from Favin, How to Rebuild the Halo Community. And this one goes a little bit into linking customizations to experiences within the game that kind of give more reason to keep playing the game. So it's an interesting proposition because he actually does give, like, he critiques the whole, like, microtransactions and the rec system and battle pass type stuff, but also gives, like, his idea on what might be able to make it better. So he's using smart principles there.
Good.
It's also a long video. It's about 30 minutes long. Favin's definitely one of those personalities that kind of can rub you the wrong way, but he means well. And if you just look at the stuff that he's talking about instead of like kind of separate the personality from his discussion, he actually makes some very good, valid points. Ultimate Halo has 7 times celebrities appeared in Halo. Most of these I knew. Some of them I didn't.
Interesting.
Yeah. Obviously, he lists things like Keith David, Steve Vai, but there's a couple of other ones that I was not aware of that is interesting to go watch. From Late Night Gaming, maintaining a games community without live service. So kind of taking a little bit of emphasis from the current times that we're in with the whole COVID-19 and coronavirus.
Yeah.
So kind of an interesting take on what gaming might look like if you didn't have certain aspects affecting
There would be
society.
a lot of campaigns.
A lot of campaigning, a lot of co-op running, a lot of the extended cables, or at least a lot of wireless controllers being used from 6 feet or more away from each other. When you get down into when you take your television and everything outside into the front drive, and then you start taping everything
there
off,
you go.
or just chalking off the section. This is for you. This is player 2. You're over there on the upstairs, player 3. And if you can't see, well, guess what? We'll just have to carry you anyways. You're the worst player on the team as it is. And
that would be funny. That'd be funny, actually.
Just a projector at night onto a garage door. There you go.
That's like classic Halo, though. Like back in the Halo 1 and Halo 2 days, projector on the screen or garage. I mean, I've seen pictures of people playing Halo on the garage.
Just running an Ethernet out your bedroom window across the walkway to the next house to the kid next door, and now you've got yourself LAN together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Get
Old school LAN techniques.
The domain has his part 3 of his final ODST display, his diorama. I actually haven't watched it yet, but just based on the part 2 that we talked about last week, part 3 looks like it's going to be good. And then Marty has a video that he posted, Bungie before Halo 2. So this is a little video. It looked kind of like just a team meeting. Jason Jones is the one kind of talking to the team. Just kind of sounds like getting them ready for the road ahead with Halo 2. Just giving a little bit of behind the scenes Bungie culture in a way. Yeah. And then we've got art from Archangel again. Benoski on Twitter, and he has taken his Spartan profile and kind of replaced it with Chief when the Gravemind was pulling Chief down from the water on Delta Halo.
Interesting.
Nice little art piece.
Still one of my favorite areas of the game.
Delta Halo in general, or
just the entire situation with the Gravemind.
Oh, yeah. I
and
missed
it's really funny because as we were looking through that, because you get that cutscene we got the cutscene in the flighting, and so a lot of the community was watching when they were watching me play and watching on a stream. I was flipping back and forth to those cutscenes and bouncing between those graphics to really show, like, back in the day when it was there, it was still creepy when it came out, but it doesn't carry nearly the weight that it does now with the blur cutscenes and the way, the intensity and the sheer graphic nature of the horror that is the Gravemind. And I think it was done exquisitely well, and it does a much, obviously the update does a great job capturing the absolute mania that is the Gravemind.
Yeah, it's so visceral and kind of creepy at the same time, but that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
My wife hasn't gotten there yet.
She will.
She will. Yep, she certainly will. On the community musings side of things, we've got our normal routine of Halopedia posts. Want to take the Trivia Tuesday and Lore Thursday, GT?
Sure. Let's see. For Trivia Tuesday, did you know in the official Xbox Magazine demo disc 45, there was a download for the game type Zombies for Halo 2? I did not know that one.
Interesting.
This was one of the only ways to get the official Infection game type in the original version of the game.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Wait,
Did
really?
not know that.
I never knew.
You're the one that put it in the notes.
I didn't. Okay. I'll admit I didn't read it.
What did you copy and
See
paste?
what I got to put up with?
All right.
He makes
That's,
the notes.
that's why we
and he
need
doesn't
DJ here
even
to
read
help
them.
keep me in line. When GT.
Clearly, I have a lot of work ahead of me.
Oh.
I didn't know there was an official zombies mode in Halo 2. I didn't think there ever was.
That's one I never knew. Damn.
Well, just wait till
I
we do
didn't
our
sub-
spring
I
karaoke
didn't-
version of the show. You're going to have to sing all of this.
It's
It's coming. You've heard it here.
Oh. Yeah. Yes, Eric Yabu. That's the first hour that you missed? That DJ Blue has officially joined as a
Yes.
co-host of Podtacular.
Yes.
DJ Blue is here as a co-host.
Yes. And more only things will get better from here. This is only the tip of the iceberg.
I love icebergs. They're really fun to lick because your tongues will stick to them. Except your methane mask, and that's never a good thing.
Well, yap. You might just want to not lick the crystal methane.
You're not my mom! Don't tell me how to live my life!
Like that. There you
I
go.
have 5 moms. We're called hatchlings.
How does 5 work? Yap.
I don't know what numbers are. Stop harassing me. I feel bullied.
Oh, good stuff. I'm excited for this. Lore Thursday, GT. That's not Yap related.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
For Lore Thursday, Fonk's Former Fish is a brand of fish product which had several kinds of processed fish products, including nuggets and fish tacos. The company had a fish processing facility in the quays of the city of Mombasa. Okay.
Hence the Halo 3 map.
Yes. Because, reasons.
Okay, so I just want to make sure I'm clear. Is it possible for you to go to New Mombasa and actually get a fish taco made with fish nuggets? Are there certain side dishes
Probably.
available with this? And is your tartar sauce served in a gavel? I mean,
DJ asking the mind-bending questions here.
if we're going to bring it up, I might as well ask the first thoughts that come to my mind, because Tartarus had a gavel, and I wonder if that goes and gets served with these fish tacos that are only available in the streets of New Mombasa while it's being overtaken, bombed, and destroyed by various different alien entities and a large squad of, well, let's just be honest, 3-ton soldiers.
So I just looked up fish restaurants in Mombasa, and there are some.
There are some.
Yeah. I'm just making sure that Google Maps actually put me in Mombasa and not like some weird, maybe American named city. Yeah. No, it's the Fort Seafood Restaurant and Pizzeria, Sea Haven Restaurant, Lido Seafood Restaurant, Bluefin Fish and Chips Restaurant.
I know.
Surprised all these are in English.
Well,
It's probably been translated.
I didn't think Google translated restaurant names, but yeah, there's a lot of fish restaurants in Mombasa.
Google Translate's going to have a lot of fun when the Covenant arrived. So there we go.
All
right.
Word.
Okay. The Halo Discord bot has been verified on Discord and is now in over 2,000 servers.
Wow.
2,000 Discord servers.
Cool.
Hope the code's right.
One can always hope.
He's constantly working on that bot, and kudos to him.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, that's awesome. I can only hope for Virgil to maybe get 1/10 of that whenever I decide to get it done. Real Life Spartan has an achievement that he reached as well. He reached over 777 subscribers on Twitch.
Nice.
That magic number 7. And 3 of them. 2 Bungie numbers, 3 and 7. Just missing the 12. Although the next one kind of incorporates... well, no, not really 12. Never mind. Ubernick has surpassed 1,400 subscribers on Twitch. The most that he's ever gotten. Someone dropped 100 gift sub this past week to him. 100 gift subscriptions on Twitch.
Nice. That's amazing.
He like, I don't know if people saw on my Twitter when I said like the community made him cry. He like had a mini emotional breakdown because of like just the sheer generosity of the community.
Yeah.
I know the feeling. We had somebody come in yesterday and drop 28,000 embers.
Holy crap.
He rolled in and was like, hey, love what you do, and here we go, and dropped 28,000 embers in less than 20 minutes. It was
wow.
It was insanity. Yeah. It was beautiful. So that's what earned them a special DJ concert last night. So we did a special ember set, just as a way of saying thank you to the community for coming in. There was gift subs like crazy, and then dropped 28,000 embers, and I just about fell over. It was incredible.
Dang.
But congratulations to Ubernick. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's really
Most
awesome.
definitely.
Dude. That's nuts. He also, during this past week, got over 20,000 followers.
Nice. And
is just shy. I'm trying to see if I can get an updated number on this to see if he actually tipped over, but I don't see if he has yet. He's just shy of 250,000 unique views on his channel.
Awesome.
Yeah. Lots. Like, he's putting it in, man. He's like, he and Nated are probably up there as far as kind of like Halo streamers on the Twitch platform. So, yeah. And then we've got a couple of community tournaments happening. We've got 3 happening this Saturday, May 2nd. There's a Hydra GG Halo 5 4v4 female tournament. A Calgary Halo 3 4v4. Calgary Halo 3 4v4. Console Gaming League has a Halo 5 2v2. And on Sunday, there is the SWAT Nation May Grassroots Be With You 4v4. And then there is Wiesenthal as a May the 4v4 Be With You. So a couple of spins on the May the 4th, which...
I feel like we're crossing over the universes and places that maybe the lightsabers weren't intended to go.
I have a video to send you in case you haven't seen it. I think it's called Galactic Battles. It's a crossover of Star Trek, Star Wars, Mass Effect, and Halo. Have you seen it?
Why?
I have not seen it, and I feel like there's a lot of things that could be accomplished in life other than that. So, but I'll have to watch it just for the sheer fact that I'm fairly certain that should not have necessarily occurred, and I'm going to try and figure out where the mistake was made in that judgment area.
Okay.
Now, I've seen the one where Shepard just constantly asks if people want to, but, you know, that's about it.
Hi, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite place on the Citadel.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Moving on.
Another upcoming event that was in the Twitter update that Unishek posted, and this is the Greater Toronto Halo Schoolyard Redux, which will be taking place on May 17th.
Cool. Well.
Yeah.
All right. Nice.
Yeah. And those events, courtesy of noobcombo.com. Noobcombo.com. Wow, I'm starting my speech now. Over on the topic side of the house, we have a new co-host.
Hi.
Hey. That's the major part of this show is we have the DJ as a new co-host, and we appreciate him taking time out of his streaming schedule because you've been streaming a lot since this whole thing has started, and you're actually now reading books on your stream, which I think you just finished the first Harry Potter book, right?
We're actually now in the middle of the second one. The plan was to just kind of we were like, all right, so should I try with Divergent? So I don't start out with everybody said, I said, what do we want to do? Something's different. Everybody said, well, read us a story. All right, well, I'll do that. So I actually sent word out to 343 to ask for permission to just read the whole Halo series, but I still have not gotten a positive thumbs up on that as of yet. So that's why I did not go with Fall of Reach initially. Oops, on my chair. So we started out with Ready Player One, and then that turned into, I was like, hey, we've got a great story about a great hero. Now let's go with my favorite heroine. And so we moved on to Katniss Everdeen and the entire Hunger Games trilogy, and that turned out to read really fast. We finished the first, and then they said, well, let's do something different, and it's kind of universal, and a lot of people had not read the Harry Potter books, believe it or not. So we went with Harry Potter, and it's been kind of amusingly hilarious. Today we had a couple special guests live from London to come in and do some of the voice acting.
Oh, they came on
with me, and yeah. So
oh wow,
which was cool, which was kind of neat. For a little bit, we had a couple different people in. It was basically James and Ellie.
Did they read along with you, or were they just there for commentary?
No, they were doing voices. So Ellie took on the role of Hermione, Ginny, and Mrs. Weasley, and then I had James doing the Weasley twins, as well as Malfoy, Draco Malfoy, Crabbe and Goyle, and then I took care of the rest.
Cool.
So it was interesting because the e-reader version of the book is available right now for free with Amazon Prime, but because of some references in the book, there are different versions of the book. There's a U.S. version and a U.K. version. Yep. So there's different references. Like, in the United States, we call the hood of the car the hood, and the trunk is the trunk. In the UK, you've got the bonnet and you've got the boot.
Boot. Yep.
So there are different, like the motorway versus the freeway. There's little different references and things. And so there's some line changes and some editing that happened. And as we're going through here, reading the lines, I'm hearing this thing and I'm like, that's not what it says, but okay. Because every now and then I will flip a word around so that it feels and it flows a little bit better out of my mouth. Because what you're reading versus what you're saying are oftentimes two different things. And so making it sound more natural is the key to having it flow well. Anyways, we've been ranging anywhere from 50 to 120 viewers every single time we do this book read series, and it's wild. So we do that, doing some gaming, and of course our weekend DJ shows with Astro and Logitech have been insane. We do Friday night house nights, so it's just house music, Chicago house based, and then EDM dance and festival favorites from around the world on Saturdays. And then Sundays, we kick off, the first thing out of the gate is the Downtempo Lounge House. And it's chill out lounge, jazz infused house tracks and ambient, every different type of thing you could imagine, plus a lot of ballad covers. And it's been interesting because it's 3 completely different flavors of music, and it's all powered by Astro. And a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely go check out his personal side of things. DJBluePDX pretty much everywhere, right?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, as well as right here on Mixer at DJBluePDX.
He's got that radio announcer voice in case you haven't heard it yet.
Eric Yabu, stop it. Don't even start that.
Oh, my Lord.
It's either him or Pins that will always, whenever we go do our wrap up and mention our socials, they'll mention MySpace. And it's like, no, stop it.
Is MySpace even still a thing?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's still very much a thing.
Interesting.
But it's primarily by musicians and music artists.
Oh, there we go. Neat.
And I'm sure Tom is all their friends.
There we go.
Don't act innocent, Pins. You've brought it up before. Maybe not the most recent, but you've still done it.
So, yeah.
You've had your fair share.
Yes, you have. We're watching you. So, DJ, since this is the first time that you've been on the show in quite a while, I don't even remember when the last time.
The last time was
it was for Outpost.
Yeah, it was for Outpost Discovery, and we did the recap, and then we also did the game night. That's
right, 700.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, which Jeopardy will come. Jeopardy is going to come.
There we go.
And it's gonna be Dragon Knight, Xbox Insider 1, and still trying to figure out who the third's gonna be.
There we go.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be good. So for you, what's kind of the main thing that you're looking forward to in Infinite from the limited information that we know? or what are you hopeful that Infinite will bring to the table for Halo as a franchise that you can talk about?
I am excited to continue the adventures of Master Chief in the storyline and see where the future of Halo is going. I feel as though we have a lot to look forward to, given, of course, Griffball, but I think we have a lot to look forward to, given the amount of time that they're taking to ensure that this comes out the way that they wanted. I'm really hopeful that they achieve the vision that they have had for this game since the beginning, and as it has continued to evolve, I think we are we're getting to look forward to something that is going to be exquisite. That's about as much.
A good safe answer.
Yeah, that's my safe answer.
I'm going to say the potential at an open world is exciting. Just kind of the whole like infinite term and the big landscapes that we saw in the E3 trailer from not last year but the year before. The community's been disturbed, like, is there open world possibility? So that would be, I mean, I'm kind of excited for that just from like the Fallout aspect and the Borderlands aspect, that those are kind of like my other go-to franchises on Xbox. Yeah, I guess. So that'd be cool to see. And I know there's some like Halo 4 and Halo 5 story has at least kind of stood the test of time as far as like some things going through it. They're not the best stories in the game, but I'm looking forward to Halo Infinite having a solid story, please. Or one that's more widely accepted at launch without kind of the community backlash.
I'm going to be honest, and I'm probably going to be the outlier here, and I really don't care because I'll be honest about it all the way through. I don't really care what the community backlash is about it. I find a way of enjoying things and trying to enjoy them in the eyes of the artists and the people who actually created it. In my mind, all of the people who want to sit around and have an opinion as inflammatory as possible about how they think it should have been done, I encourage them to go out and develop a game. Have fun. Let us know how it works out. Bring it to us and we'll see how it compares. And until they can do something better, well, I guess what they need to figure out how to enjoy things in life. I personally enjoy things. There's a wide, vast difference in how the games have been portrayed and how the games have been produced and in the features that have been available in the games from the very first one all the way up through 5. And it is a new experience each time. And I think once people get out of the mindset of, hey, this is our game. Sorry.
Yep.
It's not your game. It's their game and we play it. So I have zero tolerance for all the crazy hate mail that happens, and I really don't care what people think. They can say whatever they want. I will happen to enjoy it one way or another. Because if you want my opinion, I want Halo 5 movement controls back in CE so I can go back and play it like a real Spartan.
I was just when I was watching Favin's video today, I was thinking in my head, like, because there was one game that he had, there were a lot of bubble shields going down for some reason. I'm like, wouldn't it be interesting, like, if you approached a bubble shield and like someone had a shotgun or a sniper in it, and you like psyched them out, you like boosted to the side, got in the bubble shield, and then back-whacked them, even though they had a shotgun. Just like some like kind of combining equipment and armor abilities. Just kind of the thought that was kind of interesting. But yes, that echoes DJ sentiment, and we've said it here before. It's 343's game.
Yep. It's
not your game. So let's enjoy the game that they put out for us.
I agree.
The only thing I have to say is I just want the marketing to match the game.
That would be nice. Because the marketing story did not really match the campaign story.
No.
Yeah.
And that's really the only thing I've got to say about Halo 5. Multiplayer, like I've said multiple times, it's my favorite multiplayer.
Same.
I actually, it's a grind to go back to MCC and play. Even with Halo 2, which of the original trilogy, the multiplayer aspects of it would be Halo 2, because CE didn't really have a multiplayer.
Right. No.
Well, not online. Yeah.
Yeah.
LAN party. Which
LAN parties were played with your friends, but that's different.
I mean, your friends are just online these days. I mean, they're still friends. Yeah. At least I hope they're friends.
Well, I mean, there's
depends on how many times
as far as
game.
you don't get the random interactions with the original CE. Everybody you played on CE, you knew personally. They lived down the street from you. Unlike nowadays, where you meet just random people.
Yeah.
You never know. You might be getting your butt kicked by a 6-year-old.
Playing an M for Mature game? Well, I hope they have better parenting tactics than that.
Yeah. Do you think, I think Halo Infinite is probably going to be teen, but do you think it'll be teen or mature?
It's going to be teen. It's not going to be mature.
Minus online interactions. Is that where you're going, DJ?
Nope, I have no official information about any current or future projects with 343 Industries or the Halo franchise.
Okay. I believe it. Yeah.
Because if it's going mature, I want old Cortana back.
You mean Cortana with an attitude?
Cortana with no clothes.
All right.
Come on now. Every nerd's out there thinking it.
I'm going to be honest. Not me. If that's the case, well, then we get a Master Chief shower scene.
Yeah. Ooh. Hey, why not?
As long as you can't see his face, right?
There we go. Just him in a helmet. Dang, fair is fair,
Bobby.
People. Fair is fair.
Yeah. No, I gotta be fair all around.
Yeah.
I agree with you. So the only other thing that we have is Xbox made a little announcement today because it was kind of leaked-ish.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be an Xbox Series X media briefing next Thursday. It's going to be taking place at 8? No, was it 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. next week Pacific time?
I'm looking at it. We're looking at it right now.
It's morning next week Pacific time.
Yep, Thursday, May 7th at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
When did they do a press brief at 8 a.m.?
Well, technically, that's 11 a.m. on the East Coast. That's
but West Coast.
But it's late at night in Australia, but it's also 8 a.m. will also give you options for getting the UK in there. You have the widest range of audience at 8 a.m. Pacific.
Okay. That's a good point. Yeah.
So, right. And that's late night for the oceanic region. So Australia, New Zealand. So, yeah.
Good point. Well, I know Europe audience. I was thinking more like 11 or 10. Because the Xbox One, that was morning, but I thought it was like at 11 a.m. I think.
No, it was earlier than that.
Yep, it was early.
Okay.
Because I think it was done by 11.
I stand corrected. Anyways, doesn't look like there's going to be any Halo Infinite news there because Aaron Greenberg had an interview with IGN or Verge, maybe Verge, saying that they're going to be focusing on their global partners. So it's going to be third-party titles, not first-party titles. I know the community isn't in a tizzy about that because they want Infinite news, but we'll get it. It's coming. I know it's the whole news drought, but it'll come.
It's coming. Patience is a wonderful thing.
Exactly.
But I want it.
I know. You know what? I want hair.
We can fix that.
All I really want to put on Twitter every time I see somebody having a complete conniption fit over, oh my God, we need Infinite news if we need it now. Well, I've needed a hairline for years. Where were you when that happened?
And that's why we have DJ on the show.
I want it now and have it happen.
And that's why we have DJ
Lord.
Here.
Get it together. It's my Halo and I want it now.
I paid $60. I own the game. I know that works.
You own a license to the game. Oh, geez. Right. So that's going to be happening on Thursday. We'll talk about it next week. We're going to have Ubernick on the show next week.
Fun. Lots of fun. Lots of cool things to talk about with him.
Yeah, it should be good. We'll talk to him about his streaming, how he kind of got involved with Halo, and do the typical interview type thing. So yeah, there'll be 4 of us on the podcast next week. So that'll be fun.
Nice. Just throw him in the guest spot down below me.
Yeah. I actually have to come up with the 4-screen view because below is supposed to be all the alerts right now, and I actually might move the alerts up to one of the other corners up there. This was just something I kind of threw together real quick, and
I like this. I think it looks great.
Yeah, I flexed my non-existent After Effects skills to actually come up with kind of the effect going around the webcams. So, and the little live ping, that was pretty simple to do. So, yeah,
awesome.
Quick, dirty, simple.
I like it. Alrighty then.
Yes. Okay, Bobby. Thank you. Someone got the Wonka reference, the Willy Wonka reference.
Geez, took them long enough.
Anything else you want to share with everyone at home? With you being now a co-host permanent spot on the show before we wrap things up, DJ?
If you've got topics that you want us to touch on, or you'd like to at least submit ideas, you're always more than welcome to throw them out at us individually, and we'll collectively talk about them. Like we said before, you can hit me up on Twitter at DJBluePDX. Yeah, there you go.
Cool. Sweet. Yes, make sure you go follow him on Twitter and Mixer. He tweets a lot, and he's streaming almost all the time now.
I stream every day. Every day.
Mostly kind of like Australian time-ish.
Well, okay. So now that we've got a bunch of our Aussies back on from the stream team, so I've now been running a full 8-hour run all day. So usually I start every day at 12 noon. We do the book reading series at the beginning of the day, and then game all throughout in the evening. And then our Australian partners come in and pick up the stream about 4 or 5 in the evening Pacific Standard Time. And by the time I'm done at 8, we pass off that host to them. So we kind of have created a network of streamers and content creators within the Mixer Comedy crew that deliver dynamic and entertaining content that is within the guidelines of kind of the type of community that we've liked to build, that we have built. And so there's 24 hours of things to watch.
Yeah, and they're always streaming. And there is the separate Comedy Crew Discord, if you want to plug that real quick.
Yeah, if you'd like to join the Comedy Crew, you are more than welcome to check out our Discord. It's discord.gg/Comedy Crew. You can also follow us on Twitter at Mixer Comedy Crew.
There you go. I need to check if I'm actually following that. I think I am, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay, wrapping things up. Like DJ said, if you have any topics that you would like us to cover, please feel free to reach out to us on Twitter, either to the Podtacular Twitter account or the Podtacular Facebook page, any kind of Podtacular stuff, or us individually. We'll take them and compile them and put them on the show. You can find us on social media at Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can also watch our live streams on Twitch, Mixer, and YouTube. And we stream every Thursday, the podcast at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time. DJ will have to get me the translation on Australian time because I have a feeling we'll have some Australian people maybe come on over since he's over here on the podcast. But that is 1 a.m. Our UK time. You want to do the quick translation on the Australian time on that?
Yeah, if we're starting at what time?
8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific.
5 Pacific is going to be 9 a.m. if you're on Australian West Coast time, between 11 and noon on the East Coast, AEST.
All right, there you go. You can interact with us on Discord. We have a Podtacular Discord, so you can head on over there. That's where we have our community voting for the game nights, which is Friday, which I missed those two things. Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That is our Fraggin' Fridays. That is where the community will vote what to play, whether it's going to be this week, Halo 5, MCC on Xbox, or MCC on PC. And then we have our Spartan Company, which you can join up over there as we're continuing to hunt for that Achilles helmet. We have our Xbox Club, pretty inactive at the moment, but we do have it if you want to go there. If someone does post a screenshot or a clip there, we will actually use that in our Tales from the Foxhole segment. So if you do have kind of a funny moment in Halo that you want to share with the club, please feel free to do so, and then we will pull that and talk about it on the show.
Cool.
We also have the Achieving Halo live stream. That happens on Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. That is where I go and do achievements. That's 7 p.m. Pacific Time, and that is way early in the morning UK time. I'll just say that. You can support the show on Patreon. We have our Patreon that we launched a couple of months ago, and I know there's hard times right now for a lot of people, so don't feel pressured into participating in that right now. But it is there if you feel free, or if you want to go and support us now, feel free. We have 6 different tiers ranging from different kind of, not gifts, rewards. Thank you. From like show notes to VODs to being able to vote in community polls, which we did actually put a post out for the few people that are in the running to actually nominate topics, and no one did. So we're kind of free for this month. But I do want to shout out our current patrons, Clifford Wilson and Laburkas. Thank you for contributing to us on Patreon and for the support they have over there for us. You can also support us through Amazon as well. Any Amazon purchase you make, you can go on over to podtacular.com/Amazon before you check out, and then we will get a little cut of the purchase that you make. And then you can also donate to us directly if you would like to do that instead. We have a little PayPal set up, so you can go to podtacular.com/donate and do that as a one-time donation. I'm not sure if you can set up recurring donations, but if you'd rather give directly monetarily, there's that option as well. And then finally, we have the Halo Hub, which stay tuned to that because there is some pretty big announcements regarding that coming pretty soon. That is a Halo Discord for community content. We pull stuff from there every once in a while to talk about here on the show. So if you are a content creator in the Halo space, or you just love content and like sharing content, then definitely give that a look. TheHaloHub.com will take you straight to the Discord. Any final thoughts from the gang?
I'm tapped out for the night, but DJ looks like he's full of stuff.
I'm just...
This is going to be good. I'm looking forward to this.
Well, it made me start thinking, how often do Spartans actually get to bathe?
I think they're... No, I think they actually...
Well, technically, what was it? 5 years the last time Master Chief had a bath?
Isn't there something... I feel there's some lore piece somewhere, or someone's asked that question or discussed it, where like how the suits kind of like help upkeep with the hygiene and all that stuff.
It's a self-cleaning gel layer.
Yeah. But that's a good question.
Yeah. Right?
We're gonna have.
I want the armor to smell like Wolfthorn. You know, I want them to smell like Starburst. Can you imagine walking up and battling next to a giant Spartan that smells like a Starburst candy? I'm okay with that.
You make a good point.
Just saying.
All right. We're gonna have DJ's oddball or DJ's griftballer or some section in the podcast here pretty soon. This is going to be the oddball thoughts of like, have you ever thought about how Spartans do this, or why hasn't Chief done this before?
Final thoughts. Can you imagine if they had a race to just kind of get across all the way around the Halo, the Olympic Games for Spartans? Literally.
There you go.
Spartan run.
That would be interesting, actually.
Right? Where you got to get, like, imagine that being a global race where you have to get from starting point all the way around the Halo ring and back. And you've got to fight waves of enemies. So it's kind of like a firefight, except for it's a race.
So there's might be one little problem to it, depending on which Halo you are. If there's water...
Sorry. Yeah, if there's water and you're a Spartan, you're screwed.
I'm not saying anything. All right.
Apparently, so just because I'm now curious, Chief can run at 129 kilometers per hour, and the rings are
129 kilometers per hour. How about 50 kilometers per hour?
Depends on downhill or uphill.
The fastest Master Chief or any Spartan, for that matter, has run 129 kilometers per hour for a very short distance.
Yep, super booster, gravity pull. But more importantly,
because supposedly Kelly's the fastest one, and she's topped out at 55 kilometers an hour
for her team. But either way, I'm thinking downhill, somersaulting. You could probably pick up a lot of tailwind. With a tailwind, you could pick up a really decent roll and hit 120 kilometers an hour. Now, granted, once he hits the bottom, he's going to head through 2 mountains, 4 goats, and something that's going to look like a Forerunner installation by the time he comes to a stop, and that's going to be a lot of damage. Also, ice. Like a team relay.
So if a Spartan starts rolling on a Halo ring, does they just stay in one spot and the ring rolls under them?
If you play a Rick Astley song while you're doing it, does it then become a Rick roll?
Oh.
Just a Halo just rolling through space. Yeah, okay, I'm done. Good. All right. Sorry.
Anyway, so what I was originally getting to was how long it would take a Spartan running at top speed for the whole time to run around the Halo ring, like assuming it was flat, which obviously it's not flat, but if it was 50. You said 55 kilometers an hour, GT?
I think that's the fastest they've ever mentioned a Spartan traveling.
Okay.
Right, T-Bone? Also true. Now, if he gets up to 88 and can hold that,
So that's
how we're going to solve the storyline problem. You see, what's going to happen is
yeah, there we go.
he's going to slide down a snowy mountain on the Halo ring, hit 88 miles per hour. He's going to hit a time loop, and then it's going to go back and fix every inconsistency so all the little fanboys can stop losing their mind over minuscule tiny things that don't matter in the grand scheme of things. Because at the end of the day, if there's no Griffball, nobody cares.
So that's more than 24 days.
Yeah.
All right. So stop and eat some food along the way. A couple food nipples. Good to go. But I can say food nipple. It's canon.
Yeah. No, I wasn't going to say anything.
All right. Sorry.
All right. So that's going to do it for us tonight. I guess we'll start thinking about a section of DJ's final thoughts. Because those were actually, I mean, I've piqued my interest. Maybe some of them will become topics of show or discussion at some point.
Like the fact that everybody wants to include an Assassin's Creed blade in the, in the arm piece.
That'd be cool.
Right?
That'd be so cool. Yeah.
Sorry.
And bring the cloak chief, bring the poncho chief back, so it's kind of like the Assassin's Creed cloak.
Right?
Yeah, there you go.
Here we go.
There you go. Poncho chief with the assassin blade. That'd be cool. Maybe not necessarily the metal blade, but like the hard light blades on the guns in Halo 5. Make it that.
Yep.
There you go. And then they incinerate as you assassinate them. That'll be it for us. Thanks again for listening. For all the new folks over here on the Podtacular side of things that DJ brought over here, thank you for coming on over. We hope to see you again here every Thursday night. You can check out the Discord again for the vote on what we're going to be playing tomorrow for Fragging Friday. And until next week, keep on fragging them trucks.
Bye, everybody.